Hey y'all, good afternoon. This is Jeff with some more horseback wisdom. We have some beautiful sunshine today. Well, today is teaching is going to be based on a question. That question is, who else will you trust? I'm going to read to you Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For you are with me, your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup runs over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. So my question to you is, who else are you going to trust if it's not God? Recently in our house, we've had some sickness. I've actually been sick. And I'm 57. And I actually cannot remember in my lifetime being sick 2 times in 1 year. Most years, for about the first 22 years of my life, I could never remember being sick at all. My sister seems to think this is a residual of something that happened to me on duty in the Middle East. But anyway, be that as it may, we've had all kinds of just craziness. We've had, herds of feral boars come through our farm and just thrash everything. And I was sick. I couldn't get outside and hunt or put up fences or anything. And it's just been really a challenging time. And some of you have had some very challenging times. So my question is, who are you going to trust? Are you going to trust yourself? I've heard people say for my entire life, pull yourself up by your own bootstraps. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. Nobody pulls it. First of all, it's impossible physically. Second of all, nobody pulls himself up all the time. The person that thinks they're the toughest special forces soldier would be dead without a medic. They'd be dead without a cook. They'd be dead without a water supply specialist. That doesn't mean they're not tough. That doesn't mean they're not brave. And that doesn't mean they're not good soldiers. But if they go around saying that they are their own reason for being what they are, they're lying to you. And that applies to everything. I don't care if you're a school teacher, a stay-at-home mom, a student, a woodsman. You didn't make yourself. You didn't get yourself to the point where you are all by yourself. Yes, it took effort in most cases. Some people were born into something. That usually turns out really bad. Look at Prince Andrew in England. But anyway, when you can say the Lord is my shepherd and not want and have that confidence that says, it doesn't matter what happens to me. I'm not going to be in want. Even if I'm facing death, the shadow of death, I'm not going to be afraid because he comforts me. And goodness and mercy will be a part of my life. When you can say that, that gives you a confidence. That gives you a comfort to understand that no matter what you're going through, God will be there for you. He promises that, and he always keeps his word. Otherwise, who are you going to trust? You're going to trust some personality on social media or on television or the news? You're going to trust some politician? I wouldn't trust 99% of the politicians anywhere in the world to watch my dog. None. There's about 1%, maybe. That might even be an exaggeration. In American government, there's probably like 3. So who are you going to trust? Even if you trust in your family, and they may have your best intentions at heart, they're still human beings. They're still going to die and not be there. What about your friends? I have friends. Um, and if they called me, I would be there the minute I could get there. And I'm pretty sure they do the same thing for me. But they're going to die too. And so am I. The only person that will always be there for you no matter what is God, Jesus Christ. You're going to trust in Buddha? He said he wasn't founding a religion. You Buddhists have made one. Buddha's dead. How did that work out? He had some good teachings. He's not God. You're going to trust Muhammad? He's dead too. You're going to trust the idea that maybe you have done enough good, that Allah is going to weigh the scales and decide that you get to go molest a bunch of virgin women for all eternity? And what if you're a woman? Come on. Ask yourself the tough question. Why? Why now? Well, the world is winding down. If you can't see it, folks, come on. And sign after sign, God's given us the sign of his word for 2,000 years. He's given us movies after movie. He's going to give us some more movies. I've been seeing trailers for the Mel Gibson's Resurrection movie. Whatever you think about Mel Gibson, please go see that when it comes out. You don't seem to have problems watching the movies from Hollywood perverts, most people. So anyway, but folks, the world's winding down. And who are you going to trust? You could just do what many people do, perhaps even most people today, and just numb themselves to reality. That's why people dive into social media so much. It becomes their new reality. I heard this, I don't do Twitter, but I saw this, somebody sent me this Twitter exchange between Alyssa Milano and the Hodge twins. Alyssa Milano, the actress, saying that, telling Elon Musk that she got rid of her Tesla and bought a Volkswagen and she loves it because he's apparently evil and he's destroying Twitter. And she's too stupid to understand that Volkswagen was founded by the Third Reich. And the Volkswagen was the car used by the Third Reich, headed by a guy by the name of Adolf, to build their vehicles. Yeah. So, who are you going to trust people like that? Trust the Lord. Then you can say, surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. Doesn't matter what happens to you. Read the book of Job in the Bible. Job was a righteous and upright man. So much so that God personally told the devil, look how great Job is. And what happened to Job? All of his children were killed. All of his property was taken from him. And he was inflicted with a horrible disease. What happened after that? He trusted God. And God restored him 7 times what he had lost. See, folks, if anybody ever told you that this life is going to be fair, it's going to be a piece of cake, it's not going to be a fight, they lied to you. Now, life is beautiful. The creation is beautiful. Having a family is beautiful. Having children is beautiful. Having friends and relationships, and I have a beautiful wife, beautiful kids. I have a beautiful family, parents, grandparents. Those are beautiful things, but they're temporary. But there's also war and death and pestilence and famine, disease and sickness. Right now there's wickedness and evil. You have these people restoring the Sodom and Gomorrah ethic, if you want to call it that, back into the world, which Jesus said would happen, right? He said that when he was asked, what will be the signs of your coming? He said, well, it'll be like in the days of Lot, Lot lived in Sodom. And people will be marrying and giving in marriage, and they'll be having parties and be doing business, and then all of a sudden, suddenly, the end will come. That's coming soon. Again, I don't know the day. I have some ideas. The Essenes had a pretty good calendar, I think. I think it will probably happen in my lifetime. I'm 57, so I may be very old, or maybe not, when it happens. But it doesn't matter. If I leave here by death, I'm with Jesus anyway. So trust God. Read Psalm 23. Because what do you have to lose? You have nothing to lose. You have everything to gain. Who else are you going to trust? You may be someone who says, and I have friends like this, oh, I've done everything. I built my own successful business. I've become wealthy. I keep myself healthy. I do well for my family. And those things may be true. But all of that can be taken away from you in a day. And I know people that have had that happen to them. Right? I know people that were super successful who went to a doctor's appointment, came back and found out they were going to be dead soon. So don't trust anybody but God for the things that matter. Let's put it that way. Well, bless y'all. Answer that question. Who are you going to trust? And do it. Be honest. Don't cheat and lie to yourself. Don't be like 99% of the world and trick themselves into some sort of delusion. There's enough trickery in the world. You don't need to delude yourself. So anyway, love you and be blessed.